What's up, brother?
BT, what's going on?
Dude, that was a solid connection with Michelle. I talked to her for an hour.
Are you serious?
Seriously, man. So what she does, we're good collaboration. I can help her. What she does now is like what I know. And like I've been through programs that she helps people now get on TV and all that stuff. Um, so that stuff I've been through programs like that and I know how to do. And actually I made some rookie mistakes in the past couple days that I can't believe I made, and she reaffirmed me that I made.
Yeah.
But like she's awesome. I already sent to people, and I even invited her to come to the red carpet Thursday. Her and her husband. I don't know if they'll be able to get a babysitter, but are you gonna make it, by the way?
I think so. Yep.
Send
Yes.
me message me right now just to name your wife to Liz, whatever. I guess obviously, duh, that's stupid. But I'll put Liz. It's Liz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put you both down on the list.
Okay.
I'll send you more details via email. I'd love to have you guys there. And then I'm gonna invite Michelle and them too. Hopefully they can make it. Maybe you'd be like, hey, you guys find a babysitter, we'll go together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she would love it because she really appreciates the power of story and video.
Yes. And I remember I saw her a couple of months back. She put on a class to teach people how to connect. And I figured maybe if she could even learn from you even of some aspect on how to build those.
We can both teach each other, and she knows because she's been pitched more than me because she was on TV for 15 years.
Right.
But I've been taught from the side of how to pitch, and like I just couldn't believe some of the mistakes I made. I knew, but like I've been in a rush lately to get this.
Right.
And I get a call with W West 2 number 2
Sure.
channel 2 on Tuesday, and then hopefully the Fox 35 works. But I literally everybody at the station now probably knows my name because I've talked with 3 people already. Anyways, great talk. I enjoyed it. I had an hour conversation with her. She's like, oh man, I can't believe we haven't met before because we hit it off because we both love video and telling stories.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I appreciate that connection. And I'll put your name down. I want to see you Thursday, first time. That'll be awesome. I actually trying I got a guy I'm testing out for a potential full-time videographer, and I'm giving him a test run. I'm like, Thursday, here's the deal. I want to see what you got. I want you to take pictures, create a 3-minute video with all this, and he's gonna come follow us around. So hopefully he's good. Nice. I've been looking for a guy, and if I can land him, that'd be nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
But yeah, so how you been, man? How's everything been?
Good, excellent. I'm telling you, I was so fired up. I had so many things going on yesterday with my family. I mean, I was gone all week, and then we went to like a local community event, and I'm like, you planted the seed in me. I just started talking to people, and like, you're blowing my mind. You're freaking me out how you're pushing me, and I would never do this even for myself, but also because I'm like, I'm on a mission. So I started talking to people, and that's how someone reminded me, Michelle, she was, I'm like, I forgot about her. So then I connected with her. And then another person was like, Laura. And there was a person I reached out to. She's actually the station director at WKMG here in Orlando. I reached out to her. I haven't heard back from her, but she's like the business manager. So she might be a great connection.
What's her last name?
Gannett.
Okay, I wonder if I don't think I say anything to her. Over the past day, I've got like 3 connections now. They're like, hey, I can try to get you somebody knows Andrea Jackson, and they said, hey, we'll pitch to her. And like I think every producer now knows me at Fox 35.
Man, yes.
But I don't know. We'll see if it works. We're on a crunch time.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. If it doesn't happen this week, I know it'll happen within the next 2 weeks.
Right. Oh, for sure.
But it's cool. And I wanted to when I moved here and everything. When I went to Des Moines, I went on TV to let everybody know I'm in town. Well, now like I want to do this because I just moved here to be able to get my name out there more. But it'll be good. This week's huge, man. Like I'm just before I talk to you, like I sent in the last 10 minutes, I sent 10 messages to, hey, buy my book, Put a Shark in Your Tank, give a review because we launched that today, and then tonight I have to do a Kickstarter live for Kevin Harrington, or not Kevin Harrington, but JLD, to promote, and then we got to prepare for our TV show premiere. Like all these things are happening. I'm trying to leverage all of it to the max, so it shows you what you're capable of doing in a day. That's why so like you have a lot of stuff going on. Everybody does. But you got to learn to take control of your schedule instead of it taking control of you. And that's what I've done. Just fucking every minute, make sure I get the most out of every second. If I got a 10-minute break, hey, I can send to 10 people quick. Overdrive, man. Everybody thinks whatever they think they can do times it by 10.
It's crazy. I mean, yesterday usually I would have been like, oh, Monday morning I'll send a message in the morning over my coffee. I'll send a message to all these people. But yesterday I was like, no, I had 10 minutes. I'm like, Brandon's juggling the John Lee Dumas Mastery Journal. He's juggling the book with Kevin Harrington. He's juggling his premiere. He's juggling the Accelerator. I'm like, shit. I can't get my job and doing a little win-a-minute video and my kids. I'm like, I can take 10 minutes right now and send a couple messages. And I did. And it was like Michelle last night was great because she answered right away. But the other person I saw then, she was at the Pro Bowl. So I'm like, well, I missed that opportunity because she probably may have missed that. But then this morning, I ran into another friend, my friend Jeff I just messaged you on. He's a very connected guy, and I'm very good friends with him. But I never would have thought to ask him. I was like, hey, by the way, just randomly, do you know anyone in the news industry that could connect? And I started telling him about you. He's like, I do actually. One of my good friends is the on-air personality, and he's like, he's always looking for a good story. Sometimes he has lined up for weeks, but sometimes he's starving for a story. Yeah. He's like, I'll connect them. I'm like, awesome. Like, I can't believe I asked 4 people and really 2 are willing to help out. And I would never have thought of doing.
So here's the lesson to be learned here. And this is what I've done my whole life. And this is crazy. Even when did you see that time, like, anybody got a connection with Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
I asked it and some people laughed, but you know what? One person had a connection. They put me in a message with them. I never followed up again. I need to. But like, just because I asked people, it's proven 80% of your connections can get you to where you want to go. And if you just ask, put it out there, people will reach out and want to help you. So for me, I've always just asked and then follow up. And for you, like, if you're ever going to want to ask, if you want to learn something or anything you want to do, you just have to put it out there. And you don't know if you don't ask. You cut out?
I did, yeah.
Okay, you're there now?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know if you don't ask. So, and that's one thing too. I've always, like, for you, like, introduced me to somebody, which thank you, by the way. Like, I've always done that for other people. Introduce, help somebody, give connections. And after you help enough people, I mean, they're indebted to you and they're like thankful and they're willing to help you out too. And I've just done that for influencers. Help the top influencers out, and they're really gonna be a great connection. That's Danielle. She just messaged me, one of the producers. She's like, "Oh, thanks." Yeah, I messaged literally everybody. So tell me, where are you at with everything? And I'm trying to figure out where you're going next, because like you have so much potential with your stuff. Like, you can blow it the fuck up. And you know it. And you got the win a minute by you're really good on camera. Like, out of the group, like, you're the best on camera because you've been doing it for so long. Now you just need to find a way to leverage it, to monetize it.
Right. No, and that's I was actually messaging with Mike, and last week I was driving from one appointment to the next in North Carolina. I'm like, fuck, I gotta move on this. So I emailed Mike from like a gas station. I was like, hey, and then I was going back and forth, and he gave me some great guidelines, some good info for Teachable, and I want to get going on the videos, but also, I wasn't quite sure the podcasting, if I could build on that, because I'm not making excuses, but I'm already feel swamped with just making videos, and juggling my full-time job and the kids. But you keep on inspiring me with all the shit that you're juggling. I'm like, damn, like I have no excuses.
Honestly, so where you're at, you can always do that. But I think the first step for you is, because you're already creating the videos and content, you need to create something to sell.
Right.
And it needs to be like that, what we walked through that day, that course.
Yep.
You can simply do that. And Mike, like, you talk to Mike, like, he's created enough courses for us. You can create a course like that, and that's something you could sell, but that really leads into what you really want, which is some high-paying clients.
Right.
And another thing, too, and you talked about this before, and I'm actually talking with Jennifer right now. She's leaving her company, by the way. Like, she finally, I joined this group, and like, I'm fucking leaving. And I told her, this is what you need to do. Because she's getting paid pretty well a month, you need to pitch to them. They need to hire you as a subcontractor, pay you less than what they were paying you as an employee, and you're going to be able to provide for them the content. And then you can also, the next person that comes on board, you can like help them, bring them on board. So you're not losing your full-time like salary. You're actually like still kind of keeping it. But as a subcontractor, then you can focus 100% on your business. And I guarantee you she's going to get this deal, which is perfect. Man. So for you, you can get outside business, but I really think with time, you can get your company to hire your outside company because if you're adding value and already doing your job, your position, you're worth more than what you're already getting. And that's what I've learned in corporate. If somebody, so the things I teach, like you can do in a corporate job, you can work your way up top of the ladder. The thing is, most people see like, I've put in my time, I deserve to get this next paying job. No, here's the deal. You need to add value in the company where you're making your company more money, so they're more willing to pay you more. And if you say, hey, I'm going to leave, like they don't want to lose you. So that's what I've learned when I worked in corporate too. Like I got a raise within like 6 months and I still was frustrated. It was like 10 grand raise, but it wasn't like huge. I'm like, fuck, I'm giving you my everything. But that's for you what I think you should do. Like you just make a few tweaks and you're going to not only make a lot more money, but you're going to build up your brand.
No, I agree. And that's the road that I want to go down for sure. Building that brand, but also growing it. And I think the beautiful part about it is just in that mastermind, how I think I want to tailor the videos to niches. I'll start up real estate. I think like two of my neighbors are real estate, and we did our social media advertising for one realtor that we actually found by giving a speaking engagement in a local like a chamber of commerce meeting. And I was always blown away by Gary Vaynerchuk's. I don't know where, but I saw one of his episodes was about real estate, and I was like, "Do you guys do this? Do you do that?" And we started applying all those principles. And realtors are always dying. I mean, I see Laura is doing actually real social media content, and most realtors are not. I could not believe it. And I think if I dialed it towards Facebook advertising or social media advertising toward a realtor, toward personal coaches, for fitness at gyms. We did a test one time with that, and just towards niches that you can find that is the best route. Because it'd be hard for me to be like, hey, I know about Facebook advertising to Joe and Mary random person. But if you're a realtor and you're looking for help with realty, advertising, then you're going to find that specific niche, and there's not as many out there.
So no, and you pick that niche, you're going to get customers, and they're going to be willing. Like a realtor, if you're getting them leads, heck, they're willing to pay you. They'd even maybe find you per sale that goes through or qualified lead, pay you big bucks. Like there's a way to do it. I don't know Facebook ads. Like I don't know exactly how it works. Laura's like, she's really hardcore into it now. We're spending a lot of money and like learning with the funnel. It's a lot of work, but like she's getting it down. And once you get it down, it's money. And then also like for you, like so many people I know like there's a lot of Facebook people out there, but like the really good ones, they charge a lot. And I was talking to a lady in the last group, Catherine Howell, who's in the group. She has a Facebook ads agency. If you ever want to connect with her in New Zealand, she has like 8 people work for her. She was looking to hire somebody full time. And what happened is she found out it's like a good Facebook ads person is anywhere from 150 to 250,000 a year.
Wow.
So the ads, you have an advantage. People need your help. Like everybody's looking. Like 6 months ago, I had somebody for doing our campaigns, but I didn't have anybody. Like we had a awesome fucking Facebook guy to do our crowdfunding campaigns that like we had one ad like within 48 hours raised 50 grand. But like for me personally, my company, I was focusing on everybody else's and I wasn't doing my own stuff. And now we're finally doing our own ads. And I have Laura, who's basically, she knows it, but she's learned it more and more. And we're going to knock out of the park. I did a lot of selling just from my own credibility and not even Poon ads. Like the first accelerator, I filled 15 people in without doing one dime ads. The second one, I was gonna say, I spent like $500.
I don't even know how I discovered you. I want to find that out somehow.
Yeah, it's a connection. It's the power of social media. I don't know how I'm trying to think who it was that maybe saw. I don't know. I wonder now.
That's always boggled. I mean, I've watched Caleb's stuff for a while, but I don't think he came on my radar.
Maybe if you look at mutual friends, you can see somebody that we're mutual friends with that aren't in the accelerator group that maybe you saw one of the videos from that. It's the power of putting yourself out there. For me, who knows? Because I put out constant content. It just takes one thing you see, and then you start following me, and then you get more like aware of what I do, and it goes from there.
Right.
Did somebody introduce us?
No. I mean, because I was following your stuff for a good, I don't know, 6-7 months, just like in the background, like, yeah, cool stuff.
See, that's how it works.
And then actually, yeah, you were doing a live video with Laura. I don't even know what it was about.
Accelerant
it was about
TV, yeah.
Yeah, and I just jumped in and I had mentioned something about, what about the, what about this? And then you mentioned me back, yeah, good stuff. And then you messaged me afterwards, like, hey, you should be part of this accelerator program.
That's right.
Like, and it literally went down in like 2 weeks. I was like, holy shit, like that.
Well, I got you thinking. We did a call together. That's right. Because I saw what you were doing. I'm like, this is really good. Now you just need to like tweak it and make some money from it. Most people don't. They create all this awareness and they build audience, but they don't do anything with it. And they should. Because like if you're putting all that work, like it's a lot of work. Like for me, putting on podcasts and everything, it's a lot of work to do that. And then if you know you can help people, you got to make sure they get in your programs because then it's a change. Like when you actually like, it's one thing to consume like the podcasts, the books and everything. But once you get into a program like this and like you got to pay money, but then you actually get the one-on-one, but also you get the group. I mean, you see the people in the group, like somebody's writing a book, like Nicole just in 3 weeks, she wrote a 208-page book and it's going to go out. Like just because she's in this atmosphere, people are creating shows, videos, everything. When you're around that, and even me, I'll admit, it makes me even get more on top of my game because I'm in that atmosphere of people that are just blowing shit up.
For sure. I mean, it's just, and it's pushing you because personally, I was like, I'll wait. I just keep consuming building, being small. But I don't know what made me triggered to get in this. And then when I'm in it, even just calling and connecting with people, like I was just talking to my friend Jeff, the guy I introduced you to, and I'm like, we should do a podcast show. He's very well connected locally. And he just, whenever I talk to him, he's always asking great questions. I'm like, we should do a show and just interview successful people in the area. Because me and him, I don't even know how, but we put on like a debate of the local Winter Garden, the mayoral race and all this stuff. And we're not even connecting. We just put on the debate and invited the candidates and they came. And he's really connected. I'm like, we could interview local politicians and then build up and just find what successful people is. But it only came about because I asked him if he knew anyone to connect you.
Yeah.
And it was just the brainstorming and forcing me to step out of that comfort zone and ask those questions. And then discovering that within my network, 4 people.
See, it's crazy how that works. And like even me, like I talk to everybody. So like I was on the airplane in Tucson when I went down to Andrea and spoke to her group. She hired me to come down to a full day. And one of the people in the airplane said, hey, she heard me over talking to me. Somebody said they're from Iowa. I'm like, oh, I'm from Iowa. And I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I speak there sometimes. She came up to me afterwards. She said, hey, I heard you talk about being an entrepreneur. I'm interested in your stuff. I'm like, well, guess what? I have this thing I'm speaking tomorrow. It's an invite only. Here's the details. Come on. She came and she just did a Facebook Live, her first one last week. And she tagged me and she's like, thank you, Bernadette Adams, for this. But she's like, what? I didn't even know her, stranger. But now like she did a Facebook Live and she's like, anyway, I can help you. If you ever want to come down to Tucson, I can put, she's like engineer at Caterpillar. Yeah. So I can put you on some equipment, whatever. But like just talking, being social. And some of the best connections, I've been on airplanes or whatever. You just have to be social with people and talk with them and communicate. And then who knows what it turns into.
Oh, man. Absolutely. And that's been everything. Every single job or connection or big sale I've ever had is because you're communicating with people and you're throwing it out there. And
it might not be for 2 months or 2 years.
Oh, absolutely.
It starts. It's like you said, you've been following me for 6 months.
Right.
So that's why for you have people follow, like you already have the audience. Some people don't. You've been having people follow you for a long time. And what you need, once you create this course and content, whatever you sell, you can already promote to your existing audience and do your own ads because you know how to do it.
Right.
And dude, you can make a killing. You will make a killing.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you can if somebody wants to work with you, you can charge high dollar to do that. People in Facebook ads, they pay it's crazy.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's learning new stuff every single day, and it's amazing the possibilities are out there. At least and then I'm sure there'll be another platform that it'll get diluted in the next maybe 24 months or something like that. But then I'm always looking for the next platform and just kind of evolving that game.
See, that's the thing. You take what you've known from the past, because I don't know if Facebook ads will be good for at least a year, but after 2-3 years, I don't know what's going to happen. But you're ready to be a first time like jump into a different like platform, and then you're first to market, and then you just jump on it.
No, I agree.
So what is going to be your like main strategy now, focus to be able to work on to be able to get to the next step? Is it going to be the course?
Yes, the Teachable is kind of going to be my next bait to force me to do that, to create a course on Teachable. I mean, and I want to do it on Facebook advertising, and then also target it, do a Facebook advertising for realtors, do a Facebook advertising for personal trainers. Those two niches right out of the gate. Because I know there's so many entrepreneurs getting into those two fields, and they may be just looking for something to separate them, and that could be an opportunity. And just see how that goes, and then also use Facebook advertising to target those people and to see, to learn from that aspect of it, and use like the Win It Minute brand to grow it, like the Win It Minute Facebook advertising for realtors, something to that effect.
The Win It Minute advertising for realtors. You have a less than 60-second video that they do, the Win It Minute, but you're winning it with a Facebook ad. So maybe you're known for creating less than minute video Facebook ads for people. Right. They do the video, and then you sell it, and that's going to be your brand. You're known for.
Absolutely. And then also at the end of like those lessons, I'll be like, if you like this stuff, come check out Win It Minute every day, and and build the brand doubly on that aspect. And then just keep growing it from there. And then, also get into, down the line, I keep on saying this, but the book is definitely on my radar. And now I wasn't really trying to do podcasts because I couldn't throw another one on. But just talking to my friend Jeff, I was like, shit, if I have a partner, because a lot of times I think like I'll be more motivated to do shit if someone else is at stake rather than just me. Because I've got so much already on my plate, and it's not like I'm starving. Like the cash isn't as much of a driving force. It should be, but it's not currently because I have the full-time job.
Yeah.
And actually my job goes in spurts. It's very seasonal. Like I'm going at it hard right now with travel, and I will for about the next 3 or 4 weeks. But after that, it dies for like 4 months. I have like a very flexible schedule. So that's what I always heat back up and do other entrepreneurial stuff.
Well, that's where you're going to sell you're going to create some products once and sell the hell out of them.
Right, and I would have taken the foot off the accelerator and everything, except for I jumped into this, and I was like, shit, I got to take advantage of the momentum build.
You're in perfect position right now, and dude, again, that's when you got your regular job income, but then you create this content and build up your own status. At the end of the day, if you ever got let go of your job or if you leave, like you have your own platform. You got 2 different streams of income, and this is like what you love doing this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for you need to figure out that course content. Yes. By the way, my girlfriend, personal trainer, she for 2 years now. Now she trains me, but she could maybe give you insight too for helping you with that ads. Or I could talk with her. Or actually looking at doing a course for her for training for like fitness and stuff. But yeah, I think with what you got now, and again for the podcasting, something like I told you before. In the future, what you could do is you could hire somebody to go through all your 1 Minute videos, get the audio from it, and you could add like an intro and outro. And then what you can do is you can launch someday use Buzzsprout to host it, and then launch online. And you could launch. You have how many shows? 100 shows you've done? 1 Minutes?
Yeah. Yep.
You could launch. You'd get the audio from that and everything. What you could do is repurpose it. You could launch with 10 shows, and then have you could do like 2 or 3 a week, and that you still have how many like months of lead time. And then as you create new shows, like you just upload them to there, and you're repurposing the content, which is getting you out there more. So that's something that you take the time and do that. You could do it in a short period of time, and you could build a platform, and you wouldn't need more content. You already have the content. You just got to put it on a different platform.
And I'm fired up about that because I've learned, I think the biggest lesson I've learned also just from consuming your stuff and just in general is that like when you meet interesting people, the podcasts are a great way to interview them and then learn from them, but also connect with them. And it's like if I'm meeting successful people in my everyday endeavors, if I'm like, hey, you got 20 minutes for me to do a podcast, like you're gonna separate yourself better and you're gonna learn more rather than just, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Cool. And then you move on your way. But if you can create that connection better with that podcast interview and, hey, can you just tell the audience, what made you successful and some tips? People love to talk about that rather than just talk about, why the tax rate hikes are,
Yeah.
important, or, their local verbiage that they're always doing. If you can talk to them in a different way, you're going to learn so much more.
Yeah, I mean, some of the best connections I've had is through podcasting and build relationships and then following up with that connection and adding value to them. And then it turns into a business relationship, friendship. That's the thing. Most people don't do that. Like,
Right.
they'll have them on their show and that's it. Well, no, like, find a way to help them. That's the biggest one. Like John Lee Dumas, that happened because he came on my show and I said, how can I help you? Then ended up being like a 6 months endeavor. And then we raised a lot of money. And then now, like, we're in a film together. We've done 2 campaigns together. Like, he would do anything for me. I've been on the show 3 times now. The only other person that's been on the show 3 times is Jay Bear.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. And it's not rocket science. It's really just coming down to adding value to somebody and trying to help people and genuinely wanting to help. And not just be like, oh, I help you, then like, oh, I get something in return. People don't know how to do it like right. And Lewis Howes did a big show on this, which everything he talked about is everything I do, is build a good relationship with somebody, help them, don't ask for anything in return, and don't even expect anything in return, and continue to help them. And eventually, like, hey, how can I help you? And at that point, well, hey, you can help me with this.
You know what's interesting? Have you ever seen the Social Fresh?
Oh.
Are you familiar with Social Fresh conference?
Mm-mm.
It's a huge social media convention that actually comes to Orlando. They're in Orlando every year.
When?
I want to say the next one is maybe in May. I'm not 100% sure. But actually, I volunteered at it the last 2 years. And I like worked in the green room, and Jay Bear was one of their speakers. And I was hanging out with him for a little bit. But the point, the reason I'm saying it is that I've met so many people just from volunteering at that convention and have awesome speakers. They're very well connected. But I just saw the speaker, or the guy who organizes it. His name's Jason Keith. He just posted today, said, hey, if anyone knows of anyone, looking for a speaker, I do that for free, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe you reach out to him and ask him to be a speaker at Young Entrepreneurs. And then he, flip side, develops a relationship and then has you be a speaker at Social Fresh. Because Social Fresh, check it out. They have
look it up.
huge names. And I mean, it comes literally to Orlando. They do it, I think, twice a year in Orlando.
Are you coming? By the way, you have a free VIP ticket there, right? Because when you signed up, I had that promo.
Yep.
It's April 21st and 22nd in Des Moines.
Yep.
You'll love it.
Yep.
I got to set up the code for it. I'll send it to you before then. But just so you know, you don't have to buy a ticket. You got one.
Awesome.
Dude, you need to be there. You'll fucking love that.
Oh, yes. Oh. No, I'm fired up. I think I'm going to. I mean, it's funny. I was listening to some of your stuff, and you're like, you're going over to La Crosse, Wisconsin. I think with the last one, I don't know why I ran. There was one you were going with Greg over to La Crosse, and you're picking up at like midnight. I'm like, shit, I realized how close Des Moines is actually to Wisconsin. I go back there twice a year, so
You go back to where?
Wisconsin.
What part?
I grew up in Wisconsin. My
What
whole
town
family's
again?
there. Port Washington. It's a little north of Milwaukee, so I mean, it's
it's probably like 4 hours from my hometown. My hometown is only 10 minutes from Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
So like right on the border.
right.
So yeah. Small world.
I'm in, absolutely.
Well, good. Okay, so to-dos for you is focus on getting that content created.
Yep.
Keep doing your win it minute. You're doing good. So we have our mastermind Wednesday and then our last mastermind on Tuesday, which will
I
be
was
a
wondering
longer
about
one.
that. You were saying Tuesday. Are you saying the following Tuesday or this Tuesday?
So no, this Wednesday is a mastermind we do, and then no more one-on-one. So we have next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. Is today Monday? Yeah, a week from tomorrow. We have I gotta post it. It'll be the 8:15 time or 8 o'clock that everybody jumps on. And we go through and I do something different. So I go through what everybody's accomplished and then I talk about some things, summon everything up and the call to action and everything. And you guys are always in the group, but like that's like the last where we're all working as a group, which it's been fun. It went fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been a great experience. It's pushed me to challenge myself, and I've only done a small amount of but the lessons I've learned have been great. So
yeah, well, good. I'm
awesome
glad,
work.
man. I'm glad you joined the group, and again, the biggest thing for you is start monetizing what you have, and what you already know what you got to do, and that's if you do that, it's going to help you make money, and you're going to monetize what you already have.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, good. I'll put you on the list. We'll talk
Excellent.
Wednesday. I'll see you Thursday night too.
Yeah, what time is that? What time is it?
It's 6 there's like red carpet 6, 7:30, and then 8 to 9 is a screening, and then we have after party.
Is that at Enzian or no?
It's at the Winter Park Regal.
Regal. Okay, yeah. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so we have like a whole theater room picked out and everything. It'll be huge, but I'll send you details by email.
Okay.
You and your wife are invited. Love to see you, and I'll tell Michelle and them like, hey, you should go with us, and maybe they'll find babysitters. Then you guys come together. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because I know you both will appreciate it because of the video, and you're gonna see this and you're gonna be like, holy shit, like it's so good, man. I'm even amazed. Like I'm so proud of it, and it's like been so much work. But this episode we're showing, I mean, perfect.
Boom.
Okay, bud. Well, hey, win the day.
All right,
I've been saying that. I took that I said that to somebody else. I'm like, oh, I just stole it from Keith. Win the day.
Dude, Tony Robbins had an interview with Tim Ferriss, I think on Sunday, and he said, you got to set up your morning. You got to win your morning to win your day. I'm like, oh, shit. I got like 10 messages from friends, and they're like, there's Tony Robbins just stole your line. That's my favorite part is that people are, like associate win the day with me now.
Yeah.
Even though I obviously I didn't coin that phrase, but I thought that was awesome. So,
it's your phrase. Okay, we'll talk to you later, bud.
All right, take it easy. Yeah.
Bye.